Okay, today I'm going to show you how to replace this ripped up center armrest for the 2014 Subaru Forester. As you can see, it's a mess. So what I did was I moved up both the front seats. I removed this tab here. You'll find a screw on both sides. Same thing on the right side. That's what you're going to do. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to remove this cover. And you're going to remove this bolt so you can loosen it. And once you do, you can actually remove this cover from the bottom. Start from the bottom and then you remove from the top. And then you'll have access to these screws. You just take a Phillips screwdriver and unscrew this one, and I believe these screws as well. I think I have to unscrew, 4 of them. So and then after that I will install the brand new one, which I ordered from Subaru Parts Online. This is what's gonna go into this. Now, as you can see, you only need 4 screws just to remove that. As I showed you, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now this is out, and now we're gonna get the new one. It's a very easy process. I thought it would be very difficult, but somehow I figured it out. The one that I ordered was a gray one because we have a gray interior. So I'll just hold on one second. Okay. So now we got the exact same color as the interior. I'm gonna check if it slides. Hold on one second. Yep, it also slides too, just like the old one. So if I could show you the new comparison versus the old one, they're basically the same. Here's the old one. See, it's the sliding, it's the same thing. If you shop online carefully, you could probably get it much cheaper. So now we're going to install this. See if I can set my camera. Probably, put the center armrest in the second row. Maybe you get a good picture. Okay. Okay, right about there. So we're gonna install the new one. It's very simple. You just, maybe you can't see it there, but it's very simple. You just put this, and now there's a spring loaded, so you just bend it like that, and now you put the 4 screws. Now there's 2 small screws that goes on the top, and these screws, they go right over here where I removed them. And the top screw, let me show them where they go. These are the top screws. These are the smaller ones. So they go right here, What I'm going to do is I won't tighten them fully yet until all screws are in. So you just need a Phillips screwdriver. The only tools you need for this job is just a Phillips screwdriver and a long flathead screwdriver. I used a flathead screwdriver to remove these 2 screws on the sides. So, that's easy. So once I put the screws on, then I will put the cover back in, and then I'll put the screws on the sides on. Okay, so what I forgot to mention is the reason why I say to don't tighten these screws first is because you have to make them loose. So you could put these screws first, but don't tighten them, because when you put these screws, you got to tighten the bottom ones first, because they hold on to these 2 plastic pins. So you have to make sure these 2 screws are tightened first before you tighten these screws. So it'll have like a snug fit. So as you can see, it can slide, and it feels so much different compared to this one. This one's mad worn out. I know it's because of the sun. You know, in the sun, even if with the sunroof closed, you know, the temperatures can actually start melting this leather. So now it feels so much different. You know, you may or may not tell on the camera, but it feels so much different. So now I'm gonna ensure that these 4 screws are tight. You know, the bottom one's tight, but okay, that's tight. And this screw is tight. This is also tight. And this is also tight. Okay, so now we're done with that. Next step is we're gonna take this plastic in the you know, behind the center armrest console. I'm gonna put it back. And it's better to start at the top, because since I lift from the bottom, and I'm gonna snap it in just like that. It's very easy. Now the last couple of steps, so we're gonna put the screws into these holes. When you try to put the screws in the holes, make sure you use a screwdriver. Probably the long one's best. Or Phillips head screwdriver's the best. Hopefully, if I could find it. Sorry. Okay, I found it. So this Phillips screwdriver would probably be best. So now I'm going to try to tighten this screw. And you might want to get a bigger Phillips screwdriver for this one, because it's going to be tight. Make sure it's in the hole, as you can see. Try to wiggle in there. Try to use your fingers to get in the hole, like that. Gotta try to feel it. I'll pause the video and then show that the screw can be fitted inside. Here's a view from the other side. So you just gotta try to fit into this hole. You can see that hole. It's gonna be hard for me to do it with the camera holding, so I just hand tighten it first. Try to find the hole, then I'll tighten it with the screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver. Alright, now I'm going to try to see if I can tighten it with the screwdriver, just like this. Okay, it's tight. Alright, now, before we had to use the flathead screwdriver just to remove these clips. Now we don't have to. We can just directly fix it by putting the covers back on. See if it fits like this. Or I could probably, I think it was like this. Okay, and that's in. And we'll do the other side. Right here. Let's go further. Alright. There, it's done. Ow. Now, your center console is complete. It's a very easy job. Not that hard. If you have a 2014 to 2018, this method should work. And it has a nice look to it. You know, it feels, you know, much better than the old one. I don't know if it's because if this is like brand new or something, and then over time it wears out, but it feels much better compared to this one. This one like already feels hard, you know, but this one feels a little bit softer. And that's how you change your center armrest on a 2014 Subaru Forester 2.5i. And this is a touring model because it has the navigation system and the EyeSight system, as you can see with those two cameras. But you know, your Subaru Forester model might differ, but the process is about the same. All right, thank you for watching.